Socrates once said, "To find yourself, think for yourself." Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, serves as a practical guide to cultivating calmness and resilience. It's not about suppressing emotions, but mastering them to respond to life's challenges with wisdom. Embracing Stoic principles can transform the way you navigate adversity, fostering inner peace and strength. Before we begin, I would appreciate if you subscribe to this channel so that you can help me to continue spreading the Stoic echoes. 1. Focus only on what you can control. As Epictetus declared, we always have command over our thoughts, values, and actions, but not on external events. Like an archer shooting arrows, we can aim steadily in a wise direction, but conditions like the wind will influence where they land. When stressful situations arise, remind yourself quickly of what is within your control. Pour your energy into those things alone. Frustrating over health issues, complex relationships, or financial problems is a wasted effort that only causes more anguish. You can follow the Serenity Prayer's dictate here to change what you can and accept what you cannot. 2. Don't waste energy on unnecessary distress. Seneca used the metaphor of an ant moving a grain of wheat to describe how we manufacture our misery over small, unimportant matters. We get worked up over rude comments made by others or minor annoyances, turning grains of sand into mountains. Take a step back when distressed and ask, is this worth diminishing my tranquility? Will this insignificant issue matter tomorrow? Keep perspective on what truly warrants your mental energy. Avoid constructing your suffering when it could be avoided by focusing only on virtuous action. 3. Practice mindfulness of the present moment. Dwelling excessively on past regrets or hypothetical futures leads to anxiety, according to Marcus Aurelius. We have little control over the past or future. Attention should be focused on the present moment instead. Boxers can't afford a distraction from the opponent right before them to wonder about previous rounds or the next contender. Like a dancer immersed in their choreography, keep yourself firmly rooted in the here and now through regular mindfulness practices. Please pay attention to sights, sounds, physical sensations, or your thoughts when they threaten to carry you away mentally. Tackle the task or situation currently at hand with total awareness and presence. 4. Remain calm through reasoned thought. Zeno stated that man is disturbed not by events but by the views he takes of them. Two people could undergo the same experience but have entirely different emotional reactions. Like Socrates, the Stoics believed wisdom, justice, and courage arise from reasoning clearly about every challenge we face. When stressed by external happenings, take time to carefully analyze the situation rather than getting swept up in impulsive reactions. Consider the facts rationally before judging events, good or bad. With logic guiding our appraisals, we gain composure. 5. Accept that which cannot be changed. Recall the metaphor of the dog and the moving cart. The dog futilely barks at the cart in hopes of stopping it, not realizing it generates needless disturbances. We play the demanding dog, exhausting ourselves emotionally when confronted by uncontrollable events, especially the inevitability of death. As Aurelius put it, loss is nothing else but change. Composure comes from focusing only on what we can alter through wise action and accepting everything else at face value. Judgments about circumstances being unfair, unjust, or wrong lead only to resentment and turmoil. Maintain inner peace by letting go of what you cannot control. 6. Reframe setbacks as opportunities. Rocky terrain makes stronger mountain goats, and just as imposing challenges breed resilient souls. Seneca urged recognizing every stumbling block as a stepping stone for self-improvement. Use discomfort as motivation for progress. Failures often teach more than successes if analyzed rationally as learning opportunities. Adopting this growth mindset allows us to let go of regrets and frustrations over apparent misfortunes by viewing them as signposts guiding us to wisdom. Like gold refined by flames, we emerge calmer and brighter from adversity. 7. Perform virtuous acts with excellence. Leader Maximus in Gladiator's movie directed his actions excellently in battle despite encroaching death. At my signal, unleash hell. Like the ideal Stoic sage, expend worry over events outside your control and instead focus entirely on giving each task however humble, your utmost for its own sake. Cheerfully carry out acts of justice, courage, charity, and compassion. In letting go of desired outcomes, joy arises from the excellence of each moral deed itself. By directing attention ultimately to an activity, calmness prevails regardless of external praise, blame, or indifference from others. Results may vary, but self-satisfaction remains from doing good. 8. Let go of desires for what you don't have. The Stoics viewed excessive yearning over things we lack as the origin of distress. Envy, greed, frustration, and anger arise from judging our state of affairs as insufficient. Over-attachment to preferred indifference like wealth, status, or luxuries disturbs inner peace when they fail to materialize. Follow Crate's example of gleefulness while intentionally discarding his fortune to live free of such burdens. True tranquility springs from mastering judgments of things as excessively good or bad. Moderation in desires allows acceptance and even welcoming of simple provisions, as Stoic philosopher Cleanthes exemplified living cheerfully on bread and water. 9. View others and events objectively. Marcus Aurelius reflected on how our judgments shape our reality far more than external happenings. When someone insults you, it feels painful only if you falsely conclude, "I am being wronged," rather than, "This person is misguided." View events with rational detachment. Nothing outside your ethical choices can truly harm you. Epictetus suggested that when feeling distressed, it often arises from beliefs that events shouldn't be this way, rather than events themselves. Examine hardened impressions rationally by asking, "Is this thought true or just opinion?" Judging things as insulting, annoying, or bad for me causes turmoil, whereas objectivity cultivates equipoise amidst any hardship. 10. Live according to nature and logic. The Stoics observed that animals follow their intrinsic natures peacefully without anxiety over meeting preferences. Similarly, we can live smoothly when aligned with universal laws and virtues instilled in us. What reasonable social being would find injustice, foolishness, or wholesome actions disagreeable? Only corrupted rationalizations twist nature's course. Like Socrates, Stoics valued wisdom conceived through logic over impulse or emotion. Allow reasonable deliberation to override faulty judgments. We achieve calmness by excelling at what accords with our best self: thoughtful, just, temperate, and courageous. Practice realigning with universal reason through daily reflection, self-dialogue, and contemplation of role models to override wayward judgments causing needless disturbances. The ancient Stoic philosophers offer profound and practical wisdom that is increasingly relevant today for maintaining tranquility in chaotic times. We gain agency over our mindset and composure by shifting our focus inward to our thoughts and judgments rather than fixating on external happenings. Regularly applying just a few logic-based principles outlined above can help us respond to difficulties with resilience rather than reactivity. We can progress through obstacles with courage and cheerfulness, knowing each experience refines our character. In following nature's reasoned course aligned with social justice, temperance, and courage, we find calmness and fulfillment regardless of whatever unpredictable situations arise on life's journey.